Ladies and gentlemen, after that exciting action and all that from the beginning of the show, we're going straight into some great tag team action with the newly crowned Survival Champion Jason Anderson and Phatty Ogre taking on Plague Master and an odd partner of choosing, Pyromaniac, mainly because the Regulator has another matchup later on tonight to further his rivalry with Harvey Beardman. So Plague Master had to pick an odd partner in Pyromaniac, who Pyromaniac has helped out the Plague before. So we're going to see how that partnership goes for tonight. This is also a strange pairing with Jason Anderson and Phatty Ogre. Granted, they are pretty good friends, but they're definitely good opponents as well. So we're going to see how this pairing turns out, as they are definitely former opponents from the past. Jason Anderson and Phatty Ogre has put out one of the greatest singles matchups in all of RDW history, but tonight they've got to put that matchup behind them and be on the same page for tonight. Take on the likes of Plague Master and Pyromaniac, and again, Pyromaniac is on the opposite side of Phatty Ogre, so we're going to have to wait and see if Pyro's going to stay clean and fair, or if Plague Master's going to convince him to use some dirty underhanded tactics to get the win. I mean, Plague Master would probably influence it, because Plague Master definitely has some issues with Jason Anderson. That has definitely been going on for a while. But we're going to have to wait and see. Once again, the Survival Champion, Jason Anderson, he won that title this past RDW in an 8-man elimination matchup. And this past RDW's main event. And now he comes in tonight as a Survival Champion. This is his first time as Survival Champion. He is now a 2-time Intercontinental Champion and a 1-time Survival Champion. Now, Jason Anderson only has one more title that he has always eluded him, and that is the World Championship. But until then, he'll have to hold on to the Survival Championship. We'll have to wait and see what goes from there. And here comes his tag team partner, Phatty Ogre, which he came down to him and T-Dog in the final round of the World Title Tournament. And Phatty Ogre just came short to winning that tournament, which is why we're getting T-Dog versus PX90 for the World Title tonight instead. Although it would have been great to see Phatty Ogre go all the way and battle his best friend, PX90, for the World Title. But tonight, he's going to have to not let that loss get to him and team up with Jason Anderson to take down Plague Master and Pyromaniac. But it looks like he's still in a chipper mood. He's not too upset that he lost the tournament, and he seems pretty happy to team up with Jason Anderson. This is the first time these two have paired together, whereas Pyro and Plague Master have teamed up together in the past. So we're going to have to see how this pairing goes. And here comes Pyromaniac. Pyromaniac coming off a loss against Dr. Ship this past RDW, so he's probably not in the best of moods right now. And he was starting to win matches a few weeks back, but now he's back to his losing streak again. He's only lost 2 matches in a row, all because of Dr. Ship, so hopefully Pyro can turn this around and get back on the winning side of things so he can get back in the title hunt. And again, he is definitely in a sour mood tonight. Mainly because he, again, on the lower end of the card. But he's going to have to stay focused. He's going against 2 great veterans, Phatty Ogre and Jason Anderson. And those 2 are not pushovers, but also Pyromaniac's not a pushover either. He may be more rough and not give a damn what people think about him, but he is definitely a powerhouse and a formidable force in the ring. And here comes another superstar who's always in a bad mood when it comes to RDW. He too lost in the World Title Tournament to T-Dog in the 2nd round. And we haven't really seen him much since then. So tonight he's probably definitely not happy that he hasn't been scheduled that much for matchups. And I mean, he doesn't look too thrilled that he has to team up with Pyromaniac, but I mean, the two have paired up before. But he's also probably in a sour mood because, again, that's Jason Anderson in the ring, and he's always ready to tear Jason apart, limb from limb, whatever chance he gets. And tonight he gets that another opportunity to do that. And now, Plague Master last month, he was the #1 contender for the world title last month, and now he's back on the bottom of the food chain, which is kind of definitely a 180 from a career standpoint. I mean, it's only been a month, but that's definitely not good for the likes of Plague Master. Again, I think he'd rather be teaming up with the Regulator, but he's going to have to settle with Pyromaniac tonight. Here we go, folks. Jason and Ogre, Pyro and Plague. The bell's rung, and here we go. Plague Master going straight to the right hands, and Phatty Ogre with the STO and Pyromaniac. And ooh, a running single knee by Jason Anderson, taking down his rival there. Gets caught with the hip toss, and Phatty Ogre got the hip toss of his own on Pyromaniac. And Jason rolling out of the ring, smart veteran move there, taking the battle to the outside, and a back suplex on the outside apron, and a running neckbreaker by Phatty Ogre. Looks like so far this pairing of Jason and Phatty Ogre are doing pretty well. Ooh, catching him there with an elbow to the knee there, and then knocking him to the ground. And Phatty Ogre with an arm toss right over his shoulder there, taking him down. And now Ogre going more to that arm there. And Jason going for the double underarm, but he gets countered by Plague Master. And Plague Master trying to stay on top of the aggressiveness, just trying to tear him apart on the outside. Now Phatty Ogre goes straight for a pin there, and ooh, Jason was trying to go for a single knee there, but he barely misses Plague Master as he goes in and breaks up the pin. And now Plague turning his attention to Phatty Ogre, but he catches a forearm to the face. And now Jason going for a pin on Pyro, but Pyro kicks out at 1. Pyro and Jason have battled one-on-one before, but Pyromaniac made short work of Jason Anderson in the past, as he did with that German suplex, that hard German suplex there. Ooh, a gut punch and an uppercut, knocking Jason off his feet. And now Plague Master's got a cross armbar locked in on Phatty Ogre. Phatty Ogre quick to get out of the cross armbar. As Jason, he caught a Russian leg sweep by Pyromaniac. And now DDT by Phatty Ogre. And now Pyromaniac just using that power, that front power slam on Jason Anderson. You see, he's still being more of a powerhouse to everyone else, but he's still taking a little easy on Phatty Ogre. And now Pyro just wailing away on Jason Anderson, taking some of that frustration out on Jason for not having the best of luck the past few weeks. And now he's still stomping away on Jason, and Phatty Ogre with a unique like Russian lace sweep, trapping the arm on the back too. It's definitely focusing on the arm of Plague Master there. Ooh, was knocking him back down on the ground there as Plague Master's trying to get back up. Trying to do it again, but Plague Master counts the dragon screw there. And Jason trying to go for a body slam, but Pyromaniac counters and returns the favor with the power slam of his own. A neck breaker by Phatty Ogre. We have a cross armbar by Pyromaniac, and Jason quick to get his foot on the rope to break out of that. And now Jason, trying to go for a gut wrench, but no. Pyro's still quick to counter to get out of that. Pyro has been countering every suplex attempt by Jason and just doing a move of his own. And now Jason picking him up in a fireman's carry, going for the white noise, slamming him onto the mat, and ooh, a jumping DDT by Plague Master there. Now Plague Master must be setting up for something. Plague Master going for that dragon suplex, hitting that snapdragon suplex on Phatty Ogre, and if Jason doesn't get up in time, this could be it for the team of Jason and Phatty Ogre, but no, Phatty Ogre kicks out of the Snapdragon there. And ooh, an arm breaker by Pyro. Phatty Ogre definitely showing his resiliency and technicality in this matchup. And now there's that full Nelson, but Jason, learning from the past few matches, watching some of Pyro's matches, seemed like breaks straight out of the full Nelson there. And now Jason trying to take the action to the outside of the ring. And now Jason changing his mind and dropping him head first onto the ground. We have a guillotine attempt here by Phatty Ogre, and he locks it in on Plague Master. Well, Plague Master tap out here as Jason picks up his opponent and drops him first onto the turnbuckle, and Phatty Ogre gets a submission win over Plague Master. And that was definitely great teamwork by Phatty Ogre and Jason Anderson, keeping their opponents busy as Phatty Ogre and Jason Anderson pick up the impressive win against Plague Master and Pyromaniac. Again, both Plague Master and Pyro will probably be in a sour mood the next time we see them. But again, the Survival Champion and Phatty Ogre, both great in the ring and definitely had each other's backs in this matchup, staying on their toes to keep the match alive and get the victory for their team. There's that full Nelson attempt, but Jason was quick to get out of the hold. Definitely been paying attention to Pyro's matchups, and congratulations to the Survival Champion and Phatty Ogre. That was a great pairing there, I would say. Folks, that was some great tag team action there between these four individuals. We've got some more action coming up next. We actually have another tag team match coming up for you guys tonight.